Hi, this is Sun Yong, your option trading coach. It is a really good idea for some of you guys to invest in a special classes for looking at your computer screen. Luckily, I'm not in front of the computer screen all day long, but I still use this whenever I'm sitting in front of the computer, looking at the numbers. I could just see a lot better, more clear. I don't get headaches and things like that. So much for tips. Today I wanted to talk about profits. So every Friday I'm going to try to share my profits with you guys. You noticed, looking at my filled orders, I have closed my CVX and a Pfizer. What time did I close this? So if we were to look at the time here, okay, 12:13, I closed this trade on CVX, and on Pfizer about 11:53 a.m., almost 12 o'clock, I closed this trade. Now, you also noticed how I turned around and opened two trades here again, set up my option trading. So I opened up a trade on CVX and also on the Pfizer. The reason is because I was able to make decent profit on this down trade, and then I set up an up trade. So you notice a down trade I closed on was a puts, and then the up trades that I set it up is on the calls. If you were to look at, for example, on the CVX, or we could look at a Pfizer, it doesn't matter, but let's go with the CVX because I said that's what we're going to look at. So this symbol is for Chevron Corporation. Now we'll look at the chart here. Okay, so you noticed how the current market is 175.40 is towards the floor here, 173.65. And the ceiling on this 5-day chart is 182.45. So what was my current market when I closed this? It was actually 174.39. So you noticed it moved up $1 since market is closed. After the market, 175.40, but the time when I closed this trade, current market was at the time was 174.39. So I actually made $2,295 3 days. Because you noticed I closed at 14.10, so that's the credit, and my debit was 9.51. So if you were to take 14.10 minus 9.51 would give me a $4.59. Okay, $4.59 times by 5 contract. Because right here it's 5 contract quantity, the same as quantity or contracts. Okay, so I times by that, and which gives me $2,295 in 3 business days that I made. Okay, then I turn around and set up an up trade on the call here. See that? Now this is for 14-day trade, and I only did a 1 contract. And so far, I'm losing $15.50, but that's very normal, typical on the very first day of your trade that you're losing money. But again, I got 14 days before I have to close, and expires on the June 24th. That's the day that I have to close. Just like here, BMY, I should have closed this trade because it's in the money. If it doesn't show in the money on any of this your strike prices, you do not have to close on your expiry day. But today, obviously, I should have closed it. Now I'm going to get exercised. And you don't want to be exercised in this at all, anytime. But for the video, I just wanted to kind of show you what is what. So anytime you see it's in the money, you have to close your trade, especially when your trade is expiring. Same thing here with the Pfizer. I made money. I closed here credit of $9.56, and I made $1,710 in 3 days. How did I figure that out? I take the credit of $9.56 minus the debit that I paid to set up this option trading on the 7th of June. So you take $9.56 minus $6.14, which gives me $3.42 times by, again, the quantity, 5. That tells me I made $1,710 in 3 days. Now, those were my profit, and I also made $320 on AAL on my other account and $844 on UAL. So overall, I made $5,337 with how many trades? 4 trades. And how long did it take me? Maybe about 10 minutes or so. Now let's talk about the losses. So we know I lost $96.32 within 8 days. I also lost $67.50 on my GDX on my other account. So overall, I have lost $163.82. Now that's within 8 to 10 days. On BMY, in 8 days, I lost $96.32, and on GDX, in 10 days, I lost $67.50. So you add those numbers, comes out to be $163.82. So this is the strategies that I have studied, and I came up with it way back in 2016. I have met my goal. I wanted to make $100,000 retire just doing option trading, and I ended up making $178,000. It was just mind-blowing. It changed my world. It just blew my mind. I never knew that I could make this kind of money. And it didn't just happen overnight. I practiced and I studied and trying to come up with the best strategies. So if you want to learn my very, very unique special strategies that I have studied, that I'm using to make money and teaching my clients, they're having a great results. You could go to my YouTube channel and watch my videos, because I do give you some good tips that you could take. Or if you have never studied learned about option trading, I have a beginner videos as well that you could watch. But this is just amazing. That's what I just wanted to share with you guys. So it's a very important, instead of looking for a whole new company, you know that you just got done making money going down trade, and turn around, and why not setting up a up trade? Because anything that comes down, it has to go up. Just Murphy's Law. So save yourself time. Don't look for another company. Use the companies that you just got out of trade, whether it's up or down trade. So in other words, if I made money making up trades, now I'm going to set up a down trade because, market has gone up highest, so I can make money, making profit. Now I'm going to set up a down trade. That's exactly what I did here. I was able to enjoy making the profit of, on down trade on CVX and Pfizer. And then just before market was to close, I set up a up trade. So on the Pfizer, you noticed I closed this at 11:53 a.m. and I turn around about an hour later. I set up, up trade to make money. Same thing here. On the CVX, I closed this at 12:13 p.m. And then about an hour later, I set this up and for up trade at 13:55. So in other words, I set this up right away, but sometimes it doesn't take it. So by the time my trade went through is the time. So I may have set this up right after I closed it, maybe 12:15, 12:20 or so on the CVX. But by the time my trade went through was almost 2 o'clock. You notice it's 13:55. So that's 1:55. Okay. And again, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be setting up a closing order, setting up pre-closing order. So that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and please follow me on my social media, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube channels. It's live streaming, and you could also make an appointment with me through the calendar link. It's available right here. So click and set up an appointment for free consult so that I can maybe go over your financial needs and set up a goal as to how much you want to make per year or even per month. And we'll be able to set up a certain target goal for your financial needs, for your business and for your personal needs. And we could certainly do that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on my next video.